ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a quick review of some new items from GTomega. These have just come for sale on their website. They've been up for a couple of months. I've had a set for a month or so now, and I'd just like to take you through what they are. They are the monitor mounts for the Prime rig. Now, they don't sound very exciting, but I'll tell you this, as a gamer, as somebody who does a lot of gaming, and I've suddenly found a real reason, a real need to be able to move my monitors around occasionally. Primarily they were bought because the primary kit you get to mount your monitor isn't always the best piece of equipment. I'll tell you why. Because my monitors aren't standard. So let me just show you what I mean. So as you can see here, my HDMI and my DP plugs are right at the bottom of my monitor, and as you can see, the standard monitor mounting kit you get with the GTomega rigs is a metal plate, this one here, and I've had to use two arms to connect it to the bottom of the plate because my VESA points are right at the bottom of my monitors. As you can see also here, this item, that's a bracket that allows you to attach it around that 4x2 or 20x80, whatever it's going to be, 40x80 I think it is. And with that being the case, I've had to really extend these arms to get them away. So the alternative is this item here. Now if I just move these cables out of the way, I don't need to actually, I do. I'll turn the monitor off. Is this item here. Now this looks really very good. It's not going to be something you're going to see all the time on the back of your monitor, but let me take it apart and I'll show you how it works. So I've removed the mounting kit, and under here I'm going to show you a profile down the side here. You can see this bolt. I'm going to undo that bolt, and as you can see, it's coming away. What I'm aiming to show you here is just how easy this now comes off and goes back on. As you can see, it's now come off, and now I'm going to put it back on. And then it's just a matter of just connecting things back up and organising it and sorting it back up so that it is back up and trimmed up in place. So as you can see, the top is, well, you probably can't see that to be honest. You can probably just see here just how close the adjustment is. Now I'm winding it back to get it roughly to where it needs to be. Just a little bit further. So as you can see here, it's just a question of Allen key, make the relevant turns. With the right size Allen key, of course. So whilst I'm really quite keen to show you how it connects and how it fits, there's some other key important points I need to show you, like for example, what items come with the kit. You get the plate that you mount to the actual rig with. It comes with 2 bolts, 2 washers, and you also get the items that fit into here, into the 80x40. This part here is already mounted to this block, so you don't have to worry about that. It's really simple to get that centered. Once you know your distance or the width of the monitor, you can measure it from said part to said part. That's the halfway point. Put your halfway point in. You can then attach the second part to the monitor. So this is the VESA mount, and as you can see, as I described earlier, my connectors really are quite close to the back of this VESA mount, but with a couple of screws and washers, it can conveniently mount. And you can see there's a whole level of adjustment available here for when you get it mounted. So again, you don't have to really worry at all about mounting anything. You don't have to worry at all about mounting anything to the kit. It all comes pre-assembled. You just have to fit it to the monitor and then back onto the rig. And as we said, the easiest part comes when you just position the monitor onto the rig. So we pick up the monitor as said, take it over and put it in place. And that's it mounted. We just have to do that final little bit of adjustment. And as you can see, that adjustment will come from those screws that are tucked in there, those grub screws. You can just see them there. The camera struggles to focus. So when I was talking to GTomega about presenting this equipment, they were keen to know that I could present this in the right way and try and get this across to gamers that this isn't just, it's not a rig mounting kit, it's a fast mounting kit. And with that, it's in, who else is going to be moving their kit around? So GTomega use these primarily because they're building their rigs and taking them for demonstrations. They are taking them to exhibition centres, they're taking them to track days, they're taking them to race meets. And I need to sell to you that these are a great, fast, easy solution for the everyday gamer. Now, if you just bought your rig in the normal way, and you were then going for this type of mounting here that you can see on the back of this monitor, that's absolutely fine for a permanent solution. That's for the bit to mount it to the rig, the bit to mount it to the monitor, and the other ancillaries that go with it to help you with the adjustments. You get Allen keys with it, you get the spanner with it, you get everything that you need to be able to mount this kit to it. It really is quite easy to sort out. Now I've got a couple of grub screws down here that I need to sort out. So as I hope you can see there, I've placed an Allen key bit into the back of the grub screw, and I'm just going to wind that up. You're going to be able to see it come out the other end and should be able to hit the stop and start to tighten that up and adjust that item into place. And once it's got there, that's it. It's not going to move anywhere. It's not going to move left or right. That's it. It's got to the edge. I can't move that anymore. It's tight up and butted up. That's not going anywhere. We can see the alignment on this side. I have to excuse the tape that I've used to protect the bottom of the monitors. As I said, there's 3 of them that come with the rig. I've got the 3 monitor rig. Well, I've got 4 monitor rig. You can see it there. And it really is quite straightforward and simple to set up. You don't have to be technical. I'm mechanically dyslexic. I don't have the knowledge of putting engines together and bits and pieces like that. But when it comes to setting the rig up, I like to think I've got a good handle on it and be able to understand what it's like to put together. Well, you can see it there. It's a heavy chunk of steel and then aluminium blocks, which are anodized red. Really good, friendly looking piece of equipment, and it looks good on your rig. But who else is going to need a real quick and fast and easy way of doing it? How many times do you take your monitors off your rig once you've set up? I know I've probably done it 5 or 6 times now, and with the original kit, it was really quite a cumbersome and a bit tricky to do. So once you've got into that routine, if I've got the rig in the right place, is it there? Is it assembled? And you think, no, actually I could do with it moving. You've got to take these bits and pieces off, and the good idea is to be able to get it back to where it was before you moved it. Get it back to exactly the same position. And these mounting blocks allow you to do that. So from a gamer point of view, for somebody who wants to do this as a hobby and likes to put a lot of time and effort into it, I think these are an awesome bit of kit. And I recommend them to you. Well, with that, folks, as with everything, GTomega, thank you very much for doing what we do. And we'll see you on the next one. All the best, folks. Take care. Good night for now.